Hello everyone and welcome back to the Paletteful Packs YouTube channel. My name is Monique Renee and today I've got the Petite Paletteful Packs box for April. Let's jump right on in. Ooh, first thing I see is this Neopak light body opaque acrylic. Ooh. And it looks like we've got quite a few bottles. Wow. Ooh, okay, so we've got a white and a black in the opaque, and then all these guys are metallic. Ooh. Next up is a Robert Simmons paintbrush. We've got, ooh, a Posca pen! Okay, full disclosure, I've never used Posca pens before. I am so jazzed to finally have one. All right, let's see what surfaces we've got. First thing I see is a Strathmore blackboard in the trading card size. So I'm guessing we'll be able to use these guys on a black surface, which is very interesting. Oh, we've got a little tiny black canvas. This is so cute. Oh, I love this. We've also got a little white flat canvas. And this is a size 4x5, so a little bit bigger. And last one, ooh, we've got a 5x5 MDF panel, and this is a really nice, like neutral kind of brown. And this is thick. That's like a hard surface. So this is, ooh, I love this. I'm excited to paint on this one. All right, here are our supplies. We have got a ton in this box. I am really surprised at the amount of surfaces we have, so that is super exciting. These seem really, really cool. I'm going to guess these will act like normal acrylics and these will be like have a metallic sheen to them. We've also got a paintbrush, absolutely necessary, and this awesome Posca pen. So I'm excited to create maybe some really bold lines with these. Oof. I'm gonna test these out and see how they act. All right, so I'm going to start off with one of the trading cards because we have got multiple of these, so I won't feel bad if I do my swatches on it. These guys are thicker than I expected them to be. They're more of like a cardstock, and they are 100% cotton fiber, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to test out these guys first, the opaque ones, and let's unscrew him. Oh, cool. So they've got like a little squeegee. Ooh, okay, cool. I really like these. All of my other acrylics have like really giant giant holes, and I always use too much paint. All right, so I'm just gonna take a wet brush and kind of, ooh, wow. Those are a really nice texture. The surface is pretty smooth, but it does have texture to it, as you guys can see. So that's nice. I don't like it when my paper is too smooth because I like the paper texture. I think it adds a little something. But these are reacting pretty much how I expected, pretty much like normal acrylics. They are super smooth. I find with acrylics sometimes they can get gummy. Is that the right word? But so far these guys are reacting pretty nice, pretty smooth. And of course they mix beautifully together. And it seems like you can do a lot of mixing right on this paper, which is really nice. And the white really stands out beautifully against the black. So we're definitely gonna have to use that to our advantage. All right, now I'm excited for this guy. This is a really nice gold metallic. I should probably shake this first. Ooh, I guess you can use these on the fabric? Oh, wow. Shake well before use, yeah, okay. Maybe I'll have to finally get a denim jacket so I can do a painting on it. I've wanted to do that for forever. Oh my goodness! Look at that! Oh, wowie, wowie, wow. Oh, that is beautiful. Ooh, do you guys see that? Ooh. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look how shiny. Ooh, I'm gonna have fun. I am gonna have so much fun. Wow, so these guys are so pretty. Wow. Oh, that's an interesting color. It's like a gold green almost. And this guy is much more of like a bright traditional kind of green. Wow. See, when you look at it under a certain light, like look how beautiful and sparkly that is. Wow. Absolutely bananas. Do these guys mix? They do, but I think it would be better to use them kind of in their pure colors. Just because with the sparkle, it just looks kind of odd mixed, but them as just their pure color right out of the tube looks just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so these are my swatches. Oh, let me try this Posca thing first. Oh, there we go, cool. Boop. Ooh, nice. Oh, this is fun. I can definitely see why people love these so much. Awesome. All right, so these are my swatches. I'm going to do some sketches and see what I want to do. These guys are really, really lovely and very opaque, so I can do something with like a lot of detail and do some really smooth shading, and then I definitely want to use one of these guys like as an accent color. I'm not sure if I want to use all of them. I definitely want to use this gold, so I might just do a really limited color palette and see what I can do with the black, white, and gold. And I definitely want to try more than one surface. I will probably use these two because these are the ones that are speaking out to me most. All right, so let's do some sketches and see what we come up with. All right, so for the first painting, I decided to paint a little bee. I figured the gold paint mixed with the black and the white, it just screamed bee to me. So the first thing I did was I used just a normal pencil to sketch out the bee on the black canvas. I think I got this pencil from a different Paletteful Packs box, and I just sketched it directly onto the canvas. And then from there, I actually used one of the trading cards as a palette. I wanted to use black because I was going to be painting on a black surface, and I would get a better idea of how the colors would look like if I used a black palette. I did miss a little bit of footage here, but don't worry. All I did was I used a really washed down white to paint the wings, and then from there I started to paint the bee. So like I mentioned before when I was swatching, these paints are just really smooth and they apply really, really smoothly on the canvas, and they mix really beautifully. Even compared to other acrylic paints I've used, they're really smooth. And of course, using the Posca pen was just so delightful. I'm totally a Posca fangirl now. I understand the hype. The hype is definitely well deserved. It was so useful to create just bold lines where it would be a bit harder with a paintbrush, and I could just go in with the marker and it was great, perfect. I also found out that you can kind of mix the Posca marker paint in with the other acrylic paints. So if there was an area where I didn't want too harsh of a line, I could kind of blend it out if I had like a gray paint also on my paintbrush and just kind of mix them together on the canvas. It worked out really nice. From there, it was just a lot of back and forth with creating the values that I wanted. Using the black canvas was actually a lot more challenging than I thought it was going to be. I found that a lot of my highlights kind of got lost, and I needed to build up my layers, but almost in reverse, if that kind of makes sense. Usually, you work on a light canvas and you layer darks on top of each other to create more darks, but with this, I had to layer lights on top of lights to create more lights, and it was it was an interesting process that I haven't really done before. And it kind of had me thinking of values in a different way. So that was a lot of fun. And I'm glad I can try many more techniques because I have a lot of those trading cards left. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Something that also was a lot of fun was going in with a pure white on my paintbrush and adding tiny little delicate highlights. Especially on something like an insect, they have lots of little appendages and little parts of their bodies that you can really make pop. And just adding that white, because everything else is so dark, just, ooh, it was so fun. I had to kind of restrain myself. I didn't want to get too carried away with the highlights, so they drown everything else out. But I really loved adding like little delicate lines to the wings and to the little legs, and I think it just made the overall piece pop a lot more. And now I'm going in with the gold, finally. Oh my gosh, guys, look how gorgeous. I was so blown away by how beautiful this gold is and how it just contrasts so beautifully against the black and the white, and I'm just, so over the moon happy with this. I love using gold paints, and this one did not disappoint. I also found out that if you water down the gold paint, you can kind of create almost like a wash. And instead of being super opaque, you can make it a lot more transparent. So that was really useful for where I didn't want quite an extreme amount of gold. For example, like the wings, I just created a tiny little wash. So it's not super noticeable, but when you move it around in the light, it still catches the light and sparkles, and it's just awesome. So much fun playing with this paint. I cannot wait to experiment more with it. It's been a long time since I've had a really nice gold paint, so I'm definitely going to be using the heck out of it. And from there, I just went and these were not part of the original sketch, but I just wanted to add more gold accents. So I created tiny little moons and little crescent moons just to create some more of a visual impact. And then I added a little triangle to kind of encapsulate the bee. And these were all kind of off the cuff. I'm sure I could design this a lot better if I incorporated them from the beginning, but I was just kind of going with the flow and seeing where this was going to take me, and I do love the final product. I think this is a really nice painting, and I'm going to keep it on my desk because I love bees. So yes, very proud of this one. And look at the sparkle! Look at it! Oh, I love it so much! Alright, so I also wanted to use this beautiful brown board. It has a gorgeous texture on it. It's not solid brown, so that's something I really, really loved. The surface was also super, super smooth, so when I applied the paint to it, they just melted. I decided to do a portrait for this piece because portraits are what I mainly do with my own personal art, so I wanted to see how these supplies would translate into portraiture. I worked with a lot of layers, so what I will do first off is I will water down the paints quite a bit, and I will just establish where I want some of my darks and my lights to go. And from there, I will just layer on layer after layer of paint until I'm satisfied. Something different about this surface is that I was able to mix a lot of the colors directly on the surface. This was because it was so smooth, so I could just mix them together right there. This isn't something I usually do, so there was a bit of a learning curve, but I got more used to it as I did it. I really loved working with these paints. I absolutely love working with acrylics, and these were just so, I don't know another word besides melty. Maybe melty isn't quite the right word, but they were just so smooth and so blendable and just very, very fun. The metallic paints were also really, really fun to use. I'm so excited. I feel so inspired to create more art with the metallic paints, and just, I This might be my favorite Paletteful Packs box I've gotten. The Posca marker also was a huge lifesaver for this box. I wasn't able to get super fine lines with the paintbrush, so using that Posca marker in some places like the eyelashes and the nostrils was just so helpful. For the hair, I decided to make the hair completely white, completely opaque, and something cool about these paints is that you have the option to go really opaque, or you can water them down and make them more transparent. So these paints are super versatile. I just thought that the super opaque white would look really striking against the background. This did take a few layers to get the exact effect that I wanted, and at one point I even just squirted the paint directly on the canvas, which is something I don't usually do, but I'm really happy with the result, so it was worth it. I'm definitely considering getting maybe a primary set of these paints so I can see how they work with color. That's something I would be very interested to see. For the background, I didn't want to completely cover up the beautiful brown texture, so I watered down that gold and I just applied that to the background to make it really sparkly. With this, the white hair still stands out like how I wanted, so it just worked out perfectly. Plus it's gorgeous. I just wanted to apply those sparkles literally everywhere. Oh, they're so pretty. From there, it was looking just a bit boring, so I decided to add this little halo thing. And again, I just used the Posca pen with that because I could get those really bold, smooth lines very easily. And with that, I was done. And there we have it, another amazing box from Paletteful Packs. Like I said, probably my favorite box of all time. I had so much fun with it, and I hope you guys had lots of fun too. If you haven't joined the Paletteful Packs family, be sure to check our link in the description box so you can join us. If you are part of the family, make sure to tag us on social media so we can see all of your amazing metallic works. I'm so excited to see what you guys come up with this month. I hope you all are staying safe and staying positive. I appreciate you all being here. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!